Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a project pan update for the hashtag Graveyard Project Pan 2021 that was set up by Emily McInnes, who I will have linked down below. She creates such good projects. Next year I want to, if she's continuing the deca panning, I would like to participate in that. But anyway, that's besides the point. This project is updated every 2 months. The finale will be Halloween, so if you're interested in seeing how I did, let's get on into it. So the two prompts for this project is collecting cobwebs, so stuff that's like getting not much use in your collection, or resurrection, so products that you had in previous project pans and you didn't quite hit a goal that you would like. I have 6 products that I'm working on myself, and any other information will be down below. But anyway, I have 2 products out of 6 leaving today. I'll explain it as I go. So the first one is I'll roll in what this, I'll show you a close-up of what this looked like the last time. This is my 17 cream bronzer. You'll see that it's now empty. I used it 48 times, and at the last update, I think it says here anyway that it was at 27 uses the last update, but I don't know if that's right. But we ended it on 48 uses. God, open. It is empty. I'm so delighted. Well, I'm delighted because it was an older cream product, but I'm not delighted in the terms of I really liked it and it's discontinued. But I'm so happy that this is finished. I think I had this in for collecting cobwebs. Could be resurrection as well. I had it in a project pan before when I was just on Instagram. So here is this bad boy empty, and I'm actually so bloody happy. I'm so happy. It was such a lovely, lovely shade. It's a pity it's gone, but look, it is what it is. I'm just glad I'm cycling through. And then the next thing that's kind of an empty is I rolled in every single pigment I owned, and I believe I started off this project with owning 17 pigments. I think we got it down to 9. My goal was to use each 5 times and make a decision whether to keep or declutter, and we got from 17 pigments down to, I believe, owning 9. And I rolled in MAC Old Gold, I think is the shade, and this is MAC Copper Pigment. And I didn't get to the 5 uses on the copper pigments. That's like a progress item that will remain. But I did on the MAC one, and this is the first one I've rolled in that I've decided to keep so far. I think it's beautiful. So it reminds me a little bit of electric. I don't know if you can see that from over there. A little bit of electric because it leans more gold than green, but God almighty, it's so stunning. Will I make that into an eyeshadow pressed? Should I press it? I don't know. There's so much product in this pot. Like, I don't know if you can see from there, but there's so much product in this pot that it would be way more than one eyeshadow pan. That's what's kind of stopping me from it. But it's such a nice shade. If I can find a photo of me using this, I'll link it up here or put it up here. But if I can't, I can't. But this was a stunning, stunning shade, and I think it's beautiful, and I'm keeping it. It's wonderful. Wonderful. So that's going back into my collection. Then for progress items, Colourpop Supershock Shadow in. It's a satin finish in Glisten, and it's like a peachy colour. I use it 13 times. I'm panning 2 cream. I'm using this as a cream blush, if I haven't said. I'm using 2 cream blushes, so I have to divide my uses. So I've used this 13 times. 13 times. God, that's so difficult to say. In this little corner here, I stuck my eyeshadow brush in there and just used that on my lid because I couldn't get to it. But I think, I haven't looked at the last update, but I feel like I've expanded the pan. I want to smush this into the middle, but I'm afraid that it will flake off if I do that, because I'm finding it immensely difficult to access the product here. Will I finish this in 2 months' time? I really don't know, because I'm panning 2 cream blushes. So that's that one. I thought that was pretty juicy. One that was not juicy is my Inglot eyeliner in 01. I haven't gone down enough to make a marking at all this particular time to show you, which is really frustrating because I have been using it, particularly on my upper waterline. But what I noticed, and I don't know is this because of my hooded eyes or because of the weather being kind of warm, but it kind of, it's doing it already here, if you can see. It's kind of falling down out here and makes me look like my makeup is on a lot longer than it is. It's definitely the thing that gives it away anyway. It just falls down to the outer corner lower lash line area and smudges, and it just droops. Everything droops. It comes off, it stays on relatively long. It's just that it just melts is all the problem is. So I'm going to keep going on it to finish it. I always thought this was my holy grail black eyeliner, but I would be open to trying other ones. So if once this one is done, I have a few in my collection, so I don't need to buy any more that I haven't tried yet. So I will just keep going on that. There's nothing more I can do. I'm glad I'm using it though, which I have been using it. It's just it doesn't take, you don't need to sharpen it all that much, or at least I don't. And I'm just glad it's getting more use because eyeliners are quite difficult. Then for my liquid lipstick, this is from Tarte. This is literally, the writing has been rubbed off. This is the lip paint in Pillow Talk. So for this particular product, the Tarte lip paint, it says I used 1.04 grams of it this time. I panned this in 20 favorites in 2020 and it's just not gone. I really like the shade. I like the bloody shade. There's a plenty of products still coming out on the doe foot, but I've panned this for over a year and it's just, there is windowing if you move it. Like if I move it around, yeah, but there's just so much product in here. I just don't know why I'm taking so long. I don't want to overuse it because I don't like how dry it is. I don't. It's so drying, but I like the color of it. It's so light though, but I don't wear it on its own. I always pair it with something else. I think it's really nice. It's just super dry, super dry. I pair it with the lip gloss on top. But I'm just frustrated though with how long that's taking me. So now I'm going to show you what I'm rolling in. So in place of my 17 cream bronzer, this is a scary one. This is my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand in a fair medium, and I've hardly used this. So this I would be rolling in for collecting cobwebs product, but I haven't used much of it. There's 12 mils in it. I don't think I'll do too well in the space of 2 months. Like what can I do? But I have weighed it. It weighs 20.52 grams right now. I'm curious to see because I'm not really contouring as much. Oh God, don't do it. Will this be something that I turn out to enjoy? Like I'll probably start to put it underneath my foundation just to get a feel for it because it's been so long since I've used it. Somewhere within this year, because I do a shop my stash. But yeah, this is being rolled in. Is it a bit dark? I don't know. I'm not going to squeeze the applicator. I'm just going to use what's on it. Yeah, it's a grayer tone there. Is it a satin finish? Who knows? But this is going to be rolled in and I'll let you know how many times I've used it. Then for pigments this time, yeah, I think I'm going to roll in this one from Inglot. This is in the shade 35. I like my Inglot pigments. I decluttered a few of them because I had duplicates. But this one, if you can see from back there, it looks like a purple and gold. They're just a unique. Can you see? It's like a duochrome purple to gold. Before duochromes were like hugely a thing. Bar Max Blue Brown. That was like a thing from the get-go from my makeup career. I don't know if you could see, but this is going to be rolled in for 5 uses and I must make a decision on it. I do like their pigments, but who knows? Who knows? If I have something in my collection like it, you know, what would be the point in keeping it? But anyway, that is my potentially short but sweet update. I'm looking forward to watching everyone's videos. I'm needing to watch something before I get into exam mode again. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you the next time. Take care. Bye.